Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre presented Saint Lucia's largest ever budget on Tuesday, March 25th, proposing a historic $2.06 billion in expenditures for the 2025 to 2026 fiscal year. This ambitious budget builds on the nation's remarkable economic turnaround, with unemployment at its lowest in living memory and key sectors such as tourism and investment thriving. The Prime Minister stated that this progress has enabled the government to provide unprecedented support to vulnerable groups while maintaining solid economic growth. Under the Saint Lucia Labour Party administration, annual revenue has reached $1.9 billion, financing essential operations, expenses, and capital projects. This year's budget continues last year's theme of the Year of Infrastructure, while placing special emphasis on health and social development, citizen safety, and job creation.
Measures to enhance citizen security, social, educational, and economic reform programs, rehabilitation of sporting facilities, expansion in emerging areas such as energy, the blue economy, and the digital economy, expanding resilience in the fire service by providing additional tools and equipment, building resilience for climate adaptation, efforts to enhance food security, initiatives to expand investment in all sectors, including foreign investment, youth, and medium-sized and micro and medium-sized entrepreneurship activity.
This fiscal year, the government has allocated $577.3 million to wages and salaries, a 6.6% increase over the 2024 to 2025 projections, and a 10.8% rise compared to the actual spending in 2023 to 2024.
It is clear from the figures just presented that my government has been doing much to assist workers in combating the rising price of goods, a phenomenon largely driven by imported inflation caused by geopolitical factors and global supply chain issues. In these circumstances, vulnerable groups suffer disproportionately, necessitating my government's strategic interventions to mitigate the negative impact of these external shocks.
Prime Minister Pierre highlighted that despite global economic challenges, his administration has successfully advanced several key capital projects. Preliminary data indicates these initiatives are on track to deliver strong results by the end of the fiscal year. The Prime Minister unveiled a record budget of $2 billion, with $325.6 million dedicated to capital investments. These include critical upgrades to roads, schools, and housing developments, as well as the long-awaited commissioning of St. Jude's Hospital.
This year's initiatives will include the following: infrastructural expansion program to include roads, schools, and government buildings, housing development, expansion of health services around the island, and the long-awaited commissioning of the St. Jude Hospital.
However, Pierre cautioned that external factors such as the ongoing Russia and Ukraine conflict, the war in Gaza, rising trade tariffs, increased shipping costs, and climate-related disasters could pose risks to Saint Lucia's economy.
The current level of global instability caused by the continuous Russian-Ukraine conflict, the war in Gaza, the imposition of trade tariffs between major trading partners, proposed increases in international shipping costs, and climate events may expose the Saint Lucian economy to increased downside risk. In the event these increased downside risks were to materialize in a significant way, adjustments to the estimates of revenue and expenditure for 2025-2026 will become necessary. It is my hope that good sense will prevail among major world leaders to allow for a more globally stable economic environment.
Despite these uncertainties, he reaffirmed his government's commitment to prioritizing the welfare of Saint Lucians. Projected revenue and grants stand at $1.71 billion, with $1.45 billion coming from tax revenue and $171.9 million from non-tax sources. The newly implemented health and security levy is expected to contribute $40.8 million in the coming fiscal year.
We project that revenue will total $1.71 billion. Revenue comprises of tax revenue, $1.45 billion, non-tax revenue, $171.9 million, capital revenue, $6.7 million, and grants, $93.3 million. Mr. Speaker, government continues to manage the fiscal affairs of this country in a very prudent manner, while at the same time addressing the needs of its citizens.
With a proven track record of economic management and a clear vision for the future, the SLP government remains focused on sustainable growth, social equity, and resilience in an unpredictable global landscape.